If an opportunity does not exist, create it. If an idea does not exist, create it. Do not wait. Friends, I'm chasing opportunity in 2025, and that is going to be the subject of our video today, my plan for the new year. Welcome to Stories and Stationery. This is a brand new channel where we explore how planning, journaling, and storytelling can lead to peace and productivity in your work and throughout your life. I'm your host, Ebony. I have been an educator and author for more than 25 years. Today, I want to do a short flip through of my 2025 work planner. As an educator and academic, my planner year begins in July or August. However, I thought I'd change it up a bit and talk about what I've learned about planning and why we must live our lives as if our words have meaning and we can pursue any opportunity that is before us. If you find this kind of content useful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and share this video with a friend. It's the only way that other busy bees like you and me can find my channel. Thank you. Let's get into it. This is my work planner for winter semester 2025. Here in Michigan, that is January through early May of this year. Last semester, I was using a completely different work planner, and over the summer, I was using a third planner. I began using a letter-sized Discbound planner, and I'll explain what those terms mean in a minute. Then I moved into a half letter-sized planner, and I am still in the half letter planner because it is a very portable size and it is a size that I can throw in my bag or my tote. I am a tote bag aficionado. That is generally the handbag style that I like the most, and I like big bags. So you can throw this in a tote bag and you can't throw a letter size huge notebook in there. I chose a different planner cover because the first planner cover that I had was one of the Louis Vuitton desk agendas. I wanted to celebrate going up for full professor. It was a bit of a splurge, but also you can buy these things pre-loved. You can get a very good deal. Please help someone out who is trying to clear their closet and save the environment, save production costs. You can get nice things. However, one thing I learned about the desk agenda, I was using a journal elastic for it. I kept having the phenomenon of things falling out of it because I just was not even going to pay pre-loved prices for the full-sized LV desk agenda. Also, although I'm a Damier Ebene girl, that's the checkerboard pattern, not the monogram, I still felt as if it was a little conspicuous at work. So this planner cover is something I love. I have explored many different vegan leather work planner covers, and my favorite thus far is from another small business that I want to talk about on here. This is Jane's Agenda. This was our January subscription box. You get very nice boxes from planner companies. Small businesses are often woman-owned. They are just completely amazing because you get these boxes, and this is so cool. My address is on the back, but this is an archival quality box. So I'm going to show you some of the inserts over time. I'm going to do some unboxings, but probably I won't do the monthly unboxings. I feel as if there are established YouTubers who really are into that and do those well, I probably will highlight one or two items in the box and show you how I am using them. I probably will have gone through the box before I get a chance to film because my days during the active academic semester tend to be super busy. I also have one from Cloth and Paper, who I've talked about in my first two videos, but Cloth and Paper agenda covers are an investment. You really need to invest and invest well. So I have one. I aspire to have more. Jane's agenda, I have a bunch of covers on my regular planners, and you're going to see them. This is a Cloth and Paper magnetic clip. This is something that you see on many planners, you know, in their stack. You're going to see us use those. And this cover I picked up during clearance. So let's get into it so I can begin the flip through. Oops. Let me see if I can get some of this glare off from the ring light. Is the front cover of my journal. I am just so pleased with this. So I think I have patronized a bunch of small planner companies over time and very popular ones in the communities. I love May Paper Company. You're going to see some May Paper Company inserts. May Paper Company is an Australian small business that have minimal items or planner that sometimes you can't find at the other companies. So here what you're looking at is you're looking at Cloth and Paper, May Paper Company, and Jane's Agenda thing. So let me give you a tour. So these are transparent or translucent May Paper Company journaling cards. And I need all four of these affirmations as I go through my busy days on campus. The first says, I embrace change seamlessly and rise to the new opportunity it presents. I believe the word for 2025 for me is going to be opportunity. When I would rather get distracted by something online, when I would rather not schedule a problem that comes into my office or into my email inbox, I need to remember that I can't forget my priority list. Next, you absolutely need this one at work. My peace is mine. I won't give anyone the power to take it away from me. Let me repeat that again. My peace is mine. I won't give anyone the power to take it away from me. One more time. My peace is mine. I won't give anyone the power to take it away from me. That is what I'm naming and claiming going into 2025. Next, I have enough. I do enough. I am enough. So these are my journaling cards that I am going to have at the front of my planner going into next week. Let me know in the comments if you are using journaling cards in the front of your planner, and if so, which ones you've chosen, where did you get them from, and how do you use them in your journaling practice or just in your everyday workflow. So the next item is my favorite inexpensive, relatively It is the Sharpie S Gel. If you see me in real life, I have a Sharpie S Gel on me. This is a white one. You really can't see the writing very well. Again, I am waiting for my new camera to arrive, and it's the post-holiday shipping season. Let's see if I can get an S Gel from my pen cup here. So I love the Sharpie S Gel 0.7 pen. That is one of my favorites, and they're in all of my planners in the stack. This one I thought, ooh, this would be pretty because it's a white Sharpie S Gel. I'm kind of doing this blue and white theme with some neutrals, warm neutrals throughout. All right, so now that is the back of the Cloth and Paper clip. We received these clips in the Cloth and Paper and Wondermind October sub box. You're going to see some of the elements of that box mixed in. It was really cool because they gave us a half letter sized mental health journal, which was lovely because I am in a half letter size for my work planner. And you get both the matte clip is here, and the glossy clip is at the top. So this is, again, vegan leather. clips. They just are always nice to hold things in planners, or we're constantly using paper still at work, and so you can clip paper together. In each of my planners, I have a Jane's Agenda card. Write everything down. This is something that came in some of the earlier sub boxes. I began subscribing to Jane's Agenda mid-year, just like I did with cloth and paper. Before that, I was using almost exclusively Happy Planner materials, and I decided I was going to branch out a bit more. Part of that was because I loved their Work Plus Life 2022 and 2023 planners, and they changed things up going into next year, and I didn't like it. So you're going to see a lot of decorative paper clips in my planner and in others. This is from our December sub box for Jane's Agenda, and just completely loved the snowflakes. And because I live in the north, I will be able to use this snowflake in both January and February. It used to be March, April, but things have changed lately. Now, like many, I use my sub boxes and materials. I always try to look out for when these companies have sales, and I cleaned up on Black Friday for stickers I can use in my planning practice. So here I have stickers from, again, that October sub box that match my institution's colors, my workplace's colors. So I have large, sticky, it says mental notes because the theme was mental health of that journal. And then I have yellow and blue page flags, almost like the maize and blue of our colors. Then let me see if I have other goodies in here. Most of what I plan with these days are cloth and paper. The more and more I get into the system, the more I like the stickers. So especially on the go, I do more decorative planning in my personal planner. I will show in a different video, but for my work planner, these are professional. They look great for work, and you on top of things. So these are drop stickers in various colors. I can do a sticker haul video or go through this a bit more later. Because I think there's several different colors. I did choose this because of the theme. Then we have ellipse stickers and spotlight stickers in the color Cortado. I bought these when I thought I was going to stay in the LV Damia Eben agenda. They still match because of the cover layering that I chose. I'm going to explain all these words in a second. So let me just put my pockets together. Do you see how cool this cover is? You can stick all your flags for when you have that hour between meetings, between classes, and they're hidden away or tucked away. This is a thing I like about Jane's covers. They're substantial. You can really fit a lot into both of the flaps. And then I'm going to fit the glossy clip at the top, and then we will put the, I think I put it together a little different, but that's okay. I can always fix it, and it just doesn't matter because when you're busy at work, you never put it back together the same way anyway. This is just a clip I can grab. So if you noticed, this is the guts of the planner. I took the planner outside of its outer cover. So I have that right behind me on my desk. And so it's still intact. When they come from Jane's Agenda without the pens and the inserts, they are flat, but then they have a protector inside, and again, quite nice. You can use a disc-bound planner as is. You may have seen the very popular Happy Planner system. This is exactly what a Happy Planner looks like. This is just more of a work instead of work and personal or work, family, financial. This is something that you would take to work. I have both cloth and paper and Jane's visible in the guts of this planner. I also am using tortoiseshell expander discs from Happy Planner in order to bind this particular planner. I have, I think, 3 or 4 sets of tortoiseshell expander discs. I love tortoiseshell. I really find the perfect pair of tortoiseshell glasses. These are Happy Planner rings, and I know some people who are in the professions, who are in the E-suite, like I am, like them because you can hearts if you look closely. But the nice thing about the tortoiseshell discs are you can't really see the hearts unless you're really looking carefully. And then if a person is looking that carefully at you during a meeting, that means they're not doing their work. They're off task and off target. And so, especially when you look side on, or even if you're looking at the planner for some reason, it still looks gorgeous. I do have one of Cloth and Paper's disc bound covers on top. I love this. This is frosted plastic, which is something that I really love. And plastic is not sustainable, but I use lots and lots of plastic over time. Like, no, that's horrible. I'm using lots of plastic. I'm destroying the ocean. No, I like this because it's a disc bound planner and I can use this year after year, just like you see Happy Planner elements throughout. You also will see Cloth and Paper elements that I just have in a nice filing and archiving system. I have my things organized between my bedroom and my little corner that I use as an office, and you could just change it up. And I just love this cover. This is perfect to begin the new year with. If I turn the page, I have a gorgeous insert from my January Jane's Agenda subbox, I believe, or was this? No, this was from the Black Friday sale. She has some of the most beautiful photography of flowers, nature, people, and architecture. Now, would I love to have Misty Copeland here, because, oh, she's like me? Yes. But this sort of perfection, this arch, this photograph, yes, 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 absolutely yes. I felt that this Jane's Agenda dashboard, and I'll talk about dashboards in a minute, matched the energy of this Cloth and Paper cover. And so this is my layering moment. These are her dashboards. You see, they're very lovely. Most of them are photographs. And this is my goals for the semester, and I'll be working on those soon. So let's see if you could see the stickers for my tabs from Cloth and Paper. So everything that you're going to see next is pretty much Cloth and Paper, Jane's Agenda, and May Paper Company. So those are my sort of, big 3 for my planners. I love the staircase. I love the books. I just love the vibe. And again, remember I said you're going to see frosted plastic. This is allowing me to turn it pretty quickly for work. Usually when I get really busy, I will put a clip here. As you know, I am a mid-year planner girl. And so I've already set my goals for this work year, because we think in academic years. You begin halfway through the year and you end just about halfway through the year. So you see, I am calling this a year of peace and productivity. That's a theme for my channel. My dreams are to write daily, begin each day by reading and writing. I'm doing more reading than writing, but that is changing quickly because I'm working on novel revisions and also some other academic projects. I am to move and walk daily, exercise 2 to 3 times per week. I did that sometimes, but as the cold weather set in, I need to rededicate. Continue your swim journey. I am looking for a swim instructor right now. I have 3 mental I'm working on: focus, consistency, and emotional balance. Like many in the planner community, I am neuroatypical and I live with anxiety, depression, and ADHD while chairing and professoring and living. And so it's a lot. And so I need to make myself these little reminders. I put sticky notes on my dresser mirror, and that is sort of like my morning/evening bulletin board. Highly recommended. financial, making a budget and tracking my spending. I have a new financial planner and I have to decide if I'm going to make a video about it. I think I'll make more of a how's it going to do, work on listening than speaking. I'm very extroverted slash ambiverted because as I've aged, I've learned to, think sometimes before I speak, but sometimes I still speak more than I wish I did. And then to try camping, RVing, and getting into nature. That is a huge goal. I did get a chance to go to a writer's retreat in the woods, and I greatly enjoyed that in August. And so I'm hopeful that I can get more into it. So these are just really simple goals. I'm going to add opportunity and abundance as my words of 2025 itself, but I pretty much am a mid-year planner. So I'm always launching in the summer. So be ready for that. This was the cover of my work planner all fall semester. I did take a video of it, I believe, or took pictures, but yes, it's very much me, stories, and stationery. And it's a little worn just because I was flipping in and out, but I'm using this as my inbox divider. So I have a frosted plastic over it with the Jane's Agenda dashboard and a May Paper Company bottom tab, because often the inbox is what I use most often when I'm on campus, because these are things I need to do immediately. I am going to make a video about how I use my inbox. One of my colleagues saw me using it during a faculty meeting and was absolutely electrified. That was part of the encouragement and inspiration that I had to start this channel. How to process tasks. I have to be honest, because the way my brain works, I don't always follow this flow chart. It's nice to have. It's comforting. This is the superstar of this whole book. It is my inbox, because as faculty, as someone who does speaking consulting, I'm a faculty member. I am helping to run a teacher education program. I am also chairing a PhD program. I get all kinds of different categories of things to work on throughout the day, and I have to process those, and my processing time has been just completely out of the windows. I made tenure and got more and more and more. What I've learned to do is when I get into my email, I need to write down each of those tasks and talk about whether or not it's actionable or not. And this was just something I started this fall, and I really got into it in November. So this is a new practice for me, and I am ready to go. I'm so excited about the inbox. The inbox insert is from May Paper Company, good quality paper. It is a way in which I process all the various emails that I get on a daily basis and check to see if I've done things. I can check them off. And so I have lots of inbox paper here. Next, I have a detailed task planner. This one is from Cloth and Paper. That's why I love the flexibility of Discbound planning, because see, I always hated when I messed up my notebooks as a kid. And so in midlife, I'm just like, this is revenge of the nerds for me, because, I can rip and then I can put them back on. And there are plenty of planners online who can tell you what you do. If these little edges get a little worn, you can still paste a strip over them, repunch them, you're good. So that's my inbox section. And I know that was a lot, but we will get into that in another meeting. I don't yet have a dashboard for this section. This is my meeting section. Let me see if I'm showing it properly. It's hard to see because, they're very subtle. I know what I'm looking at when I flip through this at work. These are meeting notes. I have corporate people, professors, and healthcare workers, half the day we're in meetings. Because of the kind of work I do, I have action steps at the end of those meetings, and these cloth and paper inserts are my favorite. I know some people use graph paper. They use some other ways to process meetings, and this one is working well for me because sometimes, this is so you can flip this, have it next to your computer, and you're just typing, and you can just jot something down. Let me put it on the other side. I can just write something down. Easy peasy. All right, so let's see. What else do we have in this work planner? See, this is why I keep it in the Jane's Agenda. I think I flipped it I flipped too much. Yeah, here we are. And then the final front section I have, oh, this is the projects section. And oh, this is so retro school. Remember library card catalogs? I do. I love this. So going along with this sort of library theme, that's probably what I need to put in for the meeting, like dashboard or one that's library themed and kind of neutral tones, woods. Project planner here. So we generally work on projects in professor life. Sometimes my graduate students are leading those projects. Sometimes I have to lead them. They get led more slowly because I'm juggling 16 different balls at once. And then you can sort of track your objectives, your dates, milestones, ideas, etc. So this is just a space. Oh, and on the back, action steps, your due dates, and your notes. So it's a really good way to sort of get on paper. This is the beginning of the cloth and paper calendar agenda inserts. And I really liked separating out my work planning from my personal life. A lot of planner people are starting to combine all of their planning at once. I admire these gorgeous Hobonichi spreads I'm seeing and one planner spreads everywhere. My brain doesn't work like that. The way I rationalize the planner stack is that just like I had a different notebook for each subject when I was in school, I have a different planner for each substantive area of my life. I do need the separation between work and personal, work and financial, etc. So I chose to have a work planner that's half letter, that's more functional than decorative, and that worked really well for me this fall, especially during the later half. I plan to continue. So this is the Cloth and Paper 2025 Monday Start Horizontal Weekly, which I love. I went through all the different options. I did choose the weekly admin for my writing and research planner. We'll go through in another video. There are lots of flip throughs online of this. One thing I will point out is I started this channel because I did come up with my staycation plans. You have to plan to plan. I sound silly, but at the end of my third calendar year of paper planning, since that 2021 conversation I had with Alyssa, I have learned you must put planning on your calendar. You're checking it first thing in the morning, you're checking it before you leave work that day, and then you're checking it at night. And this is my plans for staycation. I've been in Nikki Boyd's Beautifully Organized at Work, which I love. At Home with Nikki is amazing. Shout out. I'm finishing my vision visuals because remember, I'm a mid-year person, so I've already been in this planner for several months. I began it, I want to say in August. Sometimes I just use July. I'm not really actively planning in July because that's really the middle of the year, and that's really when people in education were kind of decompressing. Their pace is way slower, so I was able to set up all my systems in July. I did finish my vision board. I decided what these areas were going to be, which is why you were able to see my goals up front, but I haven't actually printed out things and pasted them on. I'm hoping to do that before school starts again next week. I want to fill out my first quarter vision check-in because I need to have that meeting with myself to see where I am with my goals. I want to set up my 6-week goal mapping for the semester, set up my 12-month habit tracker for all these areas, but maybe I would say 6 month. So I'm actually going to show you one of the Jane's Agenda pens because I'm going to actually do a little slashy line through it so you can kind of see a bit of process as I'm going through things. And let's see, I thought I had Jane's Agenda pen. Oops, nope, it's off camera. So I have a bunch of pen cups. I think we all do. And lots was off camera. Remember the superstar from my Blackwing video? If you haven't seen the Blackwing starter set unboxing, here it is right here. I will be adding her to my pencil cup because I just think she's awesome. I don't know if I'll be a subscriber for this, but I really like this pencil. So I'm going to change 12-month habit tracker to 6-month. I can, use my correction tape and just make that pretty later, but it's in pencil, which is Blackwing. I think it's easier for me to think in smaller units of time instead of these big grandiose plans, because I tend to be a big grandiose person in a lot of ways. I'm transferring my routines in my personal planner, And again, remember I said you got to plan to plan? Set up planning time in my Google Calendar, which is my work calendar. Oops, see, when I used to do that all through my life, whenever you do that in a Discbound planner, you can just put it back. Also, you can't beat it actually just taking out a page, working on a page, and then putting it back. And I think these inserts are, I don't know where I got this note paper from, but these are from the November sub box Cloth and Paper. And these are stone page flags. And this was transferred from my old planner because I've been working on this stuff slowly but surely during the vacation. All right, so here is the agenda. Again, Cloth and Paper weekly, Monday weekly horizontal start. Remember, luxury and simplicity. The whole thing is minimalism. This is good quality vellum. Here's January's. You get 2 pages of notes. And I haven't done this spread yet, so I probably will be able to do a plan with me later this week or the end of the week because I'm already behind. Woohoo! And you'll be able to see how I'm able to just functionally plan. I typically lift out major events for the day. I don't do any kind of time blocking because that is what my Google Calendar is for. My brain would just get really anxious with like double time blocking. No, I just need to pull out from all those blocks the important things that I need to know for the day. And usually that's why I like the ellipse stickers, the dot stickers. I use the ellipses for appointments or big meetings or things I, don't forget to go dry cleaners. And then I use ellipse or dot stickers, or you can use the clean color dot marker. It does, warning, go through most paper. I even think this would go through Tomoe River paper, which is what's in Hobonichi's. I think it would probably go through. Let me know in the comments if it doesn't. But I love the clean color dot. And then you get a writing tip on the end. Here, on New Year's Eve, so I'm going to dot. All right, so you see how perfect that dot is? It's like a marker. You don't even have to have the sticker. So you have that. See? That is like almost perfect. I also have a gray one. Those are just the only two I needed. And then you can just do right underneath. That's too cool for, you don't have to have stickers. See? So using my Jane's Agenda November box fountain pen, I'll put film S&S, that's for Stories and Stationery, vid number 3. And then I'm going to put ring in 2025. The weather is terrible here. Weather is just terrible. You can now see what I have written. That's what I'm doing today. And this is not a true plan with me. We will plan with me soon because this is fun. I'm actually having lots of fun making these videos. I just put a little silver. This is like, you're like, oh, this woman has so much stuff. It's that you can plan just with the boxes. You really can. This was in the, I want to say in the November box, but maybe it was October. This was definitely Jane's Agenda. And we got both the silver and the gold Edding metallic pen. I love metallics. And so that's just how I'll use that. So, I'll have my major event. I'll have I typically during my meeting, something we will talk about in future videos and maybe lives. I've thought about doing some lives to teach people how to do Sunday meetings. You're doing a lot of different things during a day on campus. Things are move quite quickly. So that's how I'll use that. And that's pretty much the calendar. You get inserts for every month. I just have the first half of the year in here. So that's it. I'm really, really very pleased with using this. This is the cover for the Wondermind cloth and paper box. Wondermind is a company with Selena Gomez, and I can't remember the other founder. I'm so sorry. I'll have to look it up. Candid notebook. Underneath the chaos makes the muse. So I love this for campus because we do have workshops on campus. There are books, articles. Sometimes if I have time while I'm on campus, I'm reading and I can say something about a book, an article, a film, a podcast, or other. I'm even thinking about using these as I'm meeting with my graduate students about their dissertations and articles. So a book or an article, and I can summarize, take away. Emotional response, maybe I would just say some response. Okay, yeah, you could do emotional. I think these are perfect for professor life. And then, let's see, I'm just flipping through quickly because I want to get to the, I may move this around. Ooh, that needs to be somewhere more prominent. That is just, this came from Jane's Agenda. So you see these three themes kind of interweaving. I have the May Paper Company, Jane's Agenda, and Cloth and Paper. Again, that's the May Paper Company, Jane's Agenda, and Cloth and Paper. I'm really not trying to sell them. I know that sounds, I think that's what people tend to do on YouTube. We're just showing you what works because you also can make your own. I don't have tons of time to make any of these things. This would take lots and lots more time than even filming a YouTube video for an hour a couple times a week. That's just not me at this time in my life. I learned about these from Ash Slay Way. She is a YouTuber in the planner community. I think she had a link, and I always try to use people's links. And this is just, it's good quality. It's pretty thick. Let me show you. And what happens is you're going to get planner cards, and I'll have to show it in a video. I don't think I have any handy. Let me see if I can grab that Jane's Agenda cover. As a matter of fact, let's see, what did I do with it just that quickly? Here it is. It's underneath this little bench. And you can put that card in here. These are business card holders that you can have here. I can slip this right here in the back, because you're going to get cards every month from most of the planner's subscription boxes. And what a cool way to store them and to bring one out if you want to journal, or you just need a moment of peace. Like you go in your office, you close your door. Before I had an office and I was a graduate student or even an undergrad, I always throughout my life have been able to find moments of quiet. Like I will go in and be quiet. That was not a punishment for me as a child. That was what I did. And so this is something I can flip to the back if, you know, stuff goes down. I just have that. This is journaling. And maybe I'll put my, oops, don't be afraid to take up space. I'll wait for some other cool half letter inserts. I have a few and some things coming. All right, here is journaling. If I just want to write something down in the middle of the day, I don't know that I would at work, but this is also a repository for note paper. And this was me talking about my fountain pen. And it was this Jane's Agenda fountain pen, I believe. I finally got into it over a month after I received it. I am enjoying writing in the middle of the night with this fountain pen. It stained my fingers, stained my thumb, and I can't wait to do it again. So terrible poetry. Poetry is not my medium. I'm mainly an essayist and a writer who is venturing into fiction. Please do not judge me for my terrible poetry. But that'll just be in my work planner. And I think this is just more note paper. I have this focus paper from Cloth and Paper, and that's fine for just paper to be in your journal. And then I have, oh, is this lavender paper at the back? I just have too much paper here. The rest of this is just stuff that you want to keep on hand while you're planning. I have a Jane's Agenda bird. I have some Cloth and Paper mood and dot stickers. Oh, this is just a business card sleeve. Mood and dot stickers. I have some other kinds of page flags. This came in the November box. This was on sale at Jane's Agenda, which matches the color for my work planner. I think this is the sample of the ellipse sticky notes in Ristretto. Again, this is sort of a blend between my current planner and the one I was using in the fall of 24. And you can kind of see this layering moment. I hope that the Cloth and Paper would be very happy because they're always talking about this is a layering moment. And I didn't get it at first, and now I do. This is a box we received, the October box that I got all the guts of this planner. So I'm going to put that so you can see it out of the back of this sleeve. Some of this stuff I just got from office supply stores. So I have the mood plus dot stickers, which really should be in my personal planner, but I might just, if stuff is happy or went down, I'm going to need to put a mood or dot sticker in retrospect during my journaling time at night on the work planner. And it's just a moment of little personal defiance. And so you can kind of arrange the back so they're really pretty. And I've learned so much. You should really go to those cloth and paper. Ooh, this is from, this is from Ferroni Art or an Etsy store. I'm trying to see where I got it from. Anyway, this is a double pocket, so you can layer front. You can also layer in the back. So let's see, I want to layer it so you can see. Maybe if I do it here. I think this is going to work for me a lot better. I also cheat and put tape on. I think most of the experienced planner girls do not do much with the tape, but I like the candid peeking in the back. Like, I'm pretty sure I taped this Jane's Agenda on. Maybe I'll tape this in later, but then you kind of have like a kind of moment. And then my back cover just has stickies. I am a sticky girl. Before I had a planning system, I always was writing things down because I would use stickies. And now I have really cool ones. These two are from Cloth and Paper. This is just from some random store online. And then my back cover, I'm probably going to put some other stuff here as it arrives. I have the journaling card from October's Wondermind. Perfect match for the if an opportunity does not exist, create it. And then elegance requires discipline. And that's from Jane's Agenda. And I just think that is a perfect match because, again, elegance, a ballerina, at that line. This comes, not only is this 10,000 hours, this is a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work to get at the top of your game. So, folks, this is me for 2025. Let me know in the comments what kinds of planners you are using for your work life. I'm going to insert this back into the Jane's Agenda. I have just a clear cover purchased from Cloth and Paper because you kind of want to have that, so you slide it in. And then now I am ready for work. Oh, one last note. My back cover pin came in one of my boxes. This is the Kokuyo Me pin. See if you can get it. Sometimes the light, that's why I have a better camera coming. And this is, I want to say this is 0.5. Yep. One thing about me, and we'll talk about pens at some other point, I tend to like either 0.5 and then in the Sharpies because of how I write. You can tell I have kind of big writing and yeah. So let me know in the comments what you're doing for work. Just very satisfied with this. I think that is all for today. Are you a disc-bound person? Do you love rings? Or are you into bound planners like Hobonichi or Sterling ink? Do you prefer a smaller than the half letter, or do you need all of your room to write? I can't wait to hear more about what you are doing. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your neighbor and a friend, and I will catch you on the next one as we journey toward peace and productivity. Goodbye.